person. I'm feeling a little bit scatterbrained today, so if I feel like I don't really know where I'm going with this video and I'm just running through a bunch of topics as soon as I come up with them, it's because I am. Let's get started! So yeah, on the concept of home, you were correct, it is slightly different for me than it is to you because while I'm not living in the home I grew up in, I am in my home city. And coming up to 2 months that I've lived here, I've kind of made this my home. But then I also very much have my family home, like 2 miles away, and I'm in my home city. But then even within that, I'm not in my home country, or my home state. Well, technically I am in my home state, but that... semantics. My home country, in at least the way I view it, is a country that I've never actually lived in. I was not born there. I've never held citizenship from that country. It is the country where my family is from. It is the country that I used to visit 2 or 3 times a year up until very recently. And, like, education stuff got in the way. Damn you, education. Always getting in the way of my holidaying. So, yeah, even though I do kind of have my home here, I'm, at least in terms of the country that I live in and the nation that I live in, I'm very much from somewhere else, culturally, in terms of my heritage, in terms of my genetics, whatever. Not really from here. Other thoughts. If you use migrant crisis instead of refugee crisis, you are wrong and I hate you. Learn the difference. I'm really scatterbrained today, sorry. I had like a bunch of things in a mental list that I wanted to talk about. I can remember a sum total of none of them. At all. Remembered one of the things. Book recommendations. There's a book called Film Alchemy, I think that's the name. It's about Guillermo del Toro. It is phenomenal. I'm reading it at the moment. You know when I used to say that I really hated film studies, and I think you kind of echoed that sentiment? And part of it was because we had just fuck awful teachers, but a lot of it was because it was too fancy, and like trying to kind of put the wagon before the horse in terms of talking about all these high-minded ideas without actually teaching us what those ideas grew out of, and, you know, they didn't teach us how to set up a camera or anything like that, or at least my teachers didn't. Yeah, this book is like a film studies thing, but written perfectly. It has enough for a first-year film student to pick it up and find it thoroughly enjoyable, and I'd be willing to venture that a person who has no experience in film would be able to get at least something out of it if they're moderately versed in film theory and Guillermo del Toro stuff. So yeah, that's that. Secondly, buy, or at least borrow or read or whatever, You're Making Me Hate You by Corey Taylor. If nothing else, for the blurb alone. I read the blurb in uni because I got it delivered a couple of days ago. I was just like laughing my ass off in the canteen. Weird looks coming from all over. I didn't realise how funny he was when he was writing stuff. Yeah, read it. It is good. I haven't actually started reading it yet, but yeah. Shh. Okay, so yeah. Video over. I may have some more stuff to show over the next couple of weeks, but I don't know. I've got a couple of projects on the go at the moment. I'm also working on the pre-production for 1 or 2 little things, including a complete script rewrite and reshoot of Pagliacci, the short film you starred in, and which I directed, wrote, edited, produced. Yeah. I was very much a wazzo for that one. Yeah, didn't turn out that well. I think that may have been the problem. I may put that up here. Maybe, if I get it finished at all. My complete scatterbrainedness is now exhausted. So, see ya.